What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, we continue trying to turn the Oakland A's into a World Series winner on our Sunday simulation series here on MLB The Show 22. Now, where we last left off, we are about to begin spring training for the 2024 season. We've done quite a bit to this roster, revamped quite a bit in terms of our position players, our pitching staff. There's just a lot that we've been able to accomplish here. So we're really going to try to maximize the value of what we have in-house, being able to try to really turn this team into a World Series contender. So, like I said, quite a bit has been done to try to maximize this team as best we possibly can. So we're going to go ahead and fill in this roster here, and we're going to fast forward through spring training so we can get on to the regular season. And we're going to go ahead. So we're going to fast forward and advance to begin the regular season. All right, so where we are now, we're going to try to fast forward through the draft just to try to bring us up to a bit more of a trade season time, to see what we need, to see where the A's are, to see how things are kind of progressing. So all right, so we were hovering around 500 for a while, and let's see kind of where things are shaking out now. Let's clear these notifications. Perfect. All right, so right now we are 4 games out of the division lead in the American League West, behind the Astros, leading the wildcard race. So let's see. I'm gonna fast forward and go to the draft. And we're going to just auto draft. So let's take a look at some of these selections. So we're just going to go ahead and sign these guys. Nothing too great. As we've started to win, obviously it drops our seeding in terms of the draft. So we're going to have to just kind of see how things shake out for us. All right, we're going to finish off the rest of June, push towards the All-Star break just to see kind of where we end up, see what our record is looking like, where we could potentially make some moves. So we're going to get to the All-Star break, and let's see if we have anybody participating in the Home Run Derby. We do not. Fast forward that. Let's take a look at the All-Star game and who will be representing us in the game. All right, so AJ Puck, nice. Let's see anybody else. Brandon Nimmo, nice. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to fast forward through the end of All-Star break. All right, so now let's take a look, see where we are. We're at 3.5 games behind the Astros, still leading the wild card race. But let's take a look and try to see where we can improve this team. So offensively, looks like we're doing pretty good here. So we could get some extra help in a couple of spots. Let's see. Let's take a look at the starting pitching. So our pitching staff is doing pretty well. So Definitely want to try to see if we can add another bat to the lineup. So let's take a look at the trading block and see. Let's update our trade block. So it tells us really pitching is the problem, but so far doesn't seem to be the case. I'd like to add another bat, so I'm going to take a look and see this trade block, see who's having a decent season so far. Tim Anderson is. Kyle Lewis is having a solid power season. So let's see. A lot of pitchers. All right, so from looking at the top of this list, Kyle Lewis is by far having the best power output on this trade block list. I want to take a look and see who's in rebuilding mode. Washington, of course, they are. There's not really anyone really standing out offensively here. The Reds. Let's see. Not really. I mean, we could use a little bit more help in the catching side. Sean Murphy hasn't been having the greatest run with us. Brian Reynolds. Kyle Lewis is having a better season. Let's see, anybody else? Ryan McMahon is having a solid year. Harrison Bader, not so much. Chris Bryant is having a terrible season. All right. I wonder what they would take to get Ryan McMahon. All right. Jock Peterson is having a nice year. Might try to get Jock because the Giants are rebuilding. So that may be an opportunity there. Let's see. Austin Meadows is having a good year as well. All right, so I think we're going to take a look to see what it would take to get so Jock Peterson is having a solid year power-wise. And let's see, Ryan McMahon. I guess I really need to figure out which position for us is presently at the weakest. So, because really it would be replacing Shea Langoliers at DH. I might just move Christian Walker back into that spot, but not overly thrilled with the work that he's put in thus far. So, let's see. Yeah. All right. So, how much? Get Meadows. Alright, so let's start from the bottom. this will get deal done for Jack. Close. That's 30. All right, so let's see. Meadows might actually be the best one to go after. So try to see what it would take to get it done. So is Jack, if I'm not mistaken. Jack's got a couple more years. All right, I'm gonna give Christian Walker the chance to DH for a couple of games and see where we are. So, has it improved? All right, so we've fallen further behind the Astros. But we still managed to maintain our lead in the wild card race. Struggling because I really would like to make a move. And I'd like to make a move that's really going to benefit the team, but I don't know necessarily that any of these moves are going to make a significant difference over what we already have in-house. And I think that's the big question. Devers needs to be in there every day. Okay. Yes. All right. Yeah. We keep dropping in our standings. So we got to do something. So let's see what it would take. Let's see. All right, so try to see what combination can get us Austin Meadows, because it feels like that's going to be our best option. Really having to go high up this list, much higher than I wanted to go. So we can make this happen. He's having a very good year, and we need to get a jolt of offense. So let's do that, and we're gonna go ahead and send down Rihanna's the one, I guess. All right, so that's the move, and we're now going to adjust the lineup to put Meadows in there, and Okay, so let's see where this takes us throughout the end of the season. And we can see exactly how things kind of play out for us in trying to win the World Series. All right, so let's add a couple people to the 40. All right. So we're going to go ahead, fast forward through pretty much the end of the season. Wow. So the Astros have gone off on an absolute tear. And we're now sitting just 2 games up in the wild card race. All right. So we've clinched a wild card spot, but it's basically deciding between who we're facing off with and how it's going to play out based on the last game. Well, we definitely helped ourselves out. So we've finished the season. We've won 92-70, 586 winning percentage, made the postseason, and taking on the Twins as the wild card team. So then we got to face off against the juggernaut that is the Houston Astros if we can get through the Twins. All right. So let's go ahead. And we've lost. We've been eliminated by the Twins. Great. So another season here as the Dodgers take it over the Twins. They swept them. Well, my GM contract is up and I'll need to sign a new one. And we'll have to take a look and see exactly what happens and what decision I make. Do I continue with the Oakland A's and the team that we've started to build, or do I walk away, take on another challenge because the A's are hopeless? Find out on the next episode of our Sunday simulation series here on the MLB The Show 22. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Make sure, if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button down below, as it does a huge service as we try to grow this baseball community here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. You can follow us on our social media outlets on Twitter at banter_baseball. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Baseball Banter Broadcast. You can also follow our website, laracuenteledger.com, where we write new articles daily, mostly covering the world of Major League Baseball. And if you want to show more support beyond that, head over to our merch shop, baseballbanterbroadcast.com, where we have promo codes you can use to save on some banter merch. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Keep it locked in. As I said, hit that subscribe button on this YouTube channel, as it does a huge service in helping us continue to grow. So I will catch you guys next week when I make my decision on the Oakland A's.